Shabbat Shalom. This week's Parashat Vayeishev, starts with a Rashi that is very puzzling and I think has puzzled many of us for years. So Yaakov has just returned to Eretz Yisrael, and Rashi comments, Vayeishev, Bikesh Yaakov leishev b'shalva, kafatz alav v'gzo shel Yosef. Yaakov, after all the tribulations of his life, running away from home, struggling in the house of Lavan, dealing with returning and facing his brother Esav, dealing with his sons and the story of fighting with the town of Shechem, now finally believes that he has reached back to his homeland and now everything will be peaceful. And Chazal say he was hoping for peace and quiet, and at that moment the tragedy of the story of Yosef being sold into slavery and them being separated for so many years jumped upon him. And Chazal continue and say that in general, righteous people should not expect that they will be able to reach this level of peace. And the question is, why? Why shouldn't righteous people expect to live a life of peace? Why should they assume that they're going to have tribulations in this world? What message are Chazal trying to teach us in this statement? So I believe that what Chazal are actually trying to tell us is not expect the worst, live in misery, but rather, I think what Chazal are pointing us towards is that perhaps Yaakov, all his life, which was indeed a difficult one, was always thinking, well, when I achieve this goal, when I reach this place, then all my suffering will be over. When just this thing happens, then I will have reached peace and serenity. And when that goal that I put for myself is finally achieved, then I'll be happy. And until then, I can't be happy. And once I reach that goal, I can finally relax. And Chazal are trying to tell us to make the most of the situation we're in right now. Not to always be looking ahead to the future and assuming, okay, when I get there, things will be good, but to recognize that each stage of life, each time in life will have its own challenges, its own unique difficulties, and to be in the present, to deal with the challenges of the present moment, and to accept them and recognize that whatever we're in is the stage and the moment that we should be focused on and dealing with. And I want to end with a midrash that I think ties into this beautifully and also gives us hope, which is that after Yosef is sold, it says, Vayhi be'et hahi, at that time, right after the selling of Yosef. This is a midrash from Bereshit Rabbah. It says, Shvatim hayu oskin asukin b'mechirato shel Yosef. The brothers were busy selling Yosef. Yosef haya asuk b'sakho u'b'ta'anito. Yosef was busy mourning. Reuven haya asuk b'sakho u'b'ta'anito. Reuven was busy mourning, Yosef's older brother. Yaakov haya asuk b'sakho u'b'ta'anito, as was Yaakov was busy mourning. Yehuda haya asuk lakach lo isha. Yehuda was busy getting married. That's the next story in after Yosef is being sold. V'kadosh Baruch Hu haya osek borei oro shel melech HaMashiach. And in all of that time, everybody was busy with their own events, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu was busy bringing the Mashiach into the world, bringing the light of the Mashiach into the world, because from Yehuda, as we know, comes David HaMelech, King David, who is the dynasty of the lineage of the Mashiach. And so I think the message here is, while we're busy in our own lives and we are having these trials and tribulations as life goes on, we don't often see the big picture. We don't often see the larger plan. But very many times, while we think that we're dealing with all these small, humdrum day-to-day lives, really God is busy weaving a tapestry that has a larger message for us and for Jewish history. And with that, I wish you a Shabbat Shalom and an upcoming Chanukah Sameach.